She was just like the most precious little thing. So strong and beautiful and going somewhere with her life.
A mother grieving after her 21-year-old daughter is murdered. Now, the man her daughter married, an Army soldier, is charged with the crime. Thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime. I'm Angenette Levy. Saria Hildabrand had been married for just 7 months to Zarrius Hildabrand. They were newlyweds. She moved from Utah to Anchorage, Alaska, in part to be with her husband and to accomplish her dream of becoming a nurse. Soraya was a medic in the Alaska National Guard. Zarrius was in the Army. Last week, police found Soraya's body in a storm drain. She'd been shot in the head. The search for Soraya started on August 7th. Anchorage police took a missing persons report from Zarrius, who said Soraya left the home without her cell phone, but took her purse. 3 days later, police took Zarrius Hildabrand into custody and charged him with murder one and murder two, along with tampering with evidence in Soraya's death. A criminal complaint said Zarrius reported Soraya missing more than a day after they had been out with friends to celebrate his birthday. Police say when they interviewed Zarrius the next day at the couple's apartment, he had two pistols on the table and wouldn't allow them to look underneath the mattress of their bed because there might be some embarrassing things used during sex underneath. Police later found blood soaked through that mattress and evidence of a cleanup in the bathroom. I spoke with Soraya's mother, Meredith Barney, about how she found out her daughter was missing.
Zarrius called me Monday night from her cell phone and told me that he had just placed a missing persons report with the police.
How did he sound? Did he sound like he usually does to you, or did you have any? I mean, I can't imagine as a mom getting that call. You're like, "What? My daughter is missing." But did he
Mm-hmm.
sound normal to you?
No, he didn't sound normal, but I wouldn't expect him to sound normal if he had his wife was missing, right?
Hmm.
So but he did sound very like rehearsed. I picked up on that in a second when he was talking.
Meredith Barney boarded a plane for Alaska to help search for her daughter. I asked her whether she saw any red flags from Zarrius Hildabrand once she arrived.
It was kind of a mixed bag actually because like I asked for her phone and he gave me her phone like no question. Here you go, take it. Can I have her computer? He gave it to me, but when we went out searching, I think it was Tuesday. I honestly don't know. One night we went out searching the woods behind her house with his army um, team. I don't know what they're
Mhm.
called. And he was acting super suspicious during that. Like it felt like he was trying to like lead us, me and my sister, different places, because we kind of broke away from the groups that the army had. Um, but other than that, like it was very like, here's her phone, here's her computer. So it was like a real mixed bag where like my initial gut instinct was, um, this is not okay. I thought that from the second I got the phone call. But I didn't have any evidence or proof or anything. So I was just trying to listen to my gut and at the same time, like, not push him away in case he did do it. You know what I mean?
So that crossed your mind. You think kind of keep your friends close and your enemies closer if he is your enemy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Because what if I need to try to get information from him?
Last Friday, Meredith Barney learned that Soraya had been murdered, her body found in a storm drain not far from a 96-gallon trash can that had blood in it. Police said Zarrius Hildabrand bought the trash can and a mop at a hardware store. What do you want people to know about Soraya? What do you? I mean, she was a medic. It's very impressive, in the National Guard. So, what do you want people to know about her?
I just want people to know that she just like touched so many people's lives and like I didn't even have an idea of it until after this how many people have reached out to me and told me stories and sent me pictures and like she was just so loved and she just loved so many people. Um I mean, and I think that that is important. I mean, I don't know how else to describe her. She was just like the most precious little thing. So strong and beautiful and going somewhere with her life.
Zarrius and Soraya had been married for just 7 months. Meredith Barney said she never saw anything that concerned her.
I never witnessed anything that concerned me, but I mean, it was just normal two kids moving in together for the first time. Normal stuff that she talked to me about, like, where, how do I get him to help me with the chores? Or, just normal, very typical newlywed, brand new people living
Sure.
together stuff.
Barney says her daughter was very proud of her Asian heritage. Barney says Soraya's father was Mongolian, and she had some tattoos that celebrated that part of her ancestry. She also had big dreams and took steps to plan for her future so she wouldn't have to go into debt, as many college students do, to achieve their goals. Did Soraya always want to join the military? I mean, is this something she wanted to make, a lifelong career out of, or what did she want to do with her life?
No, she was just so smart because she was like, I'm gonna join the National Guard so that I can pay for my college, I can get the skills to become a nurse quicker, and I can get college credit and have it paid for. Like she made that decision all on her own. Like that's how smart and like forward thinking and everything she was. It was just all right, you do you. Like, that's a big decision, and I support you no matter what.
That is very smart. And did she want to go to Alaska, or did she want to stay living where she was initially living? Or, I
No,
mean, Alaska, that's a big
she
move.
she wanted to go to Alaska because in Utah there's like a 2 year waiting time to be able to get into the job she wanted in the military. If she moved to Alaska, she could immediately get into that job and start getting
Mm.
credits and doing just she would just get to jump in a lot sooner. So again, this is one of those things that she's so smart and figured out by talking to her commanders and doing all of that. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm going. I want to get this done."
That is smart.
Mhm.
Meredith, where do you go from here? I know you're going to be leaving Alaska soon. Um, Unfortunately, you'll probably have to go back to Alaska for court dates and
Mhm.
things like that. So,
Mhm.
what do you do now?
Now we celebrate her. We do the things that we knew that she would want us to do, and just try to move forward without her.
Now, Soraya's family is left to do just that: celebrate her life and her spirit. The family had started a GoFundMe page to help them pay to stay in Alaska to help search for her. Meanwhile, Zarrius Hildabrand is being held in jail on a $500,000 bond. For Law and Crime, I'm Angenette Levy.